Hey everybody, Mr. A here to talk to you about Google Meet, the really powerful video conferencing tool available within the G Suite of apps. Why would you use Google Meet? Well, it's a way for you to engage and interact with your students and faculty members and colleagues in real time, so that is synchronously. You can develop and maintain school-to-home connections, specifically in situations where you might be in either a hybrid or a remote learning environment. You can provide individualized or group instruction, which I've done with professional development as well as with students. And you can do some just informal check-ins. The way Google Meet works, basically, is you create or schedule a video chat. You invite people to attend in that space. There you can talk, share your screen, and engage with your learners or colleagues, and then just end the meeting when it's done. There are a number of different ways in which you can schedule a meet. The first one is basically to hold one on the spot. So if you go to meet.google.com, you click join or start a meeting, you add a nickname, you give it permissions, you join now. You can invite people to meet you in that space. So if I'm maybe doing an email exchange with someone, they're like, hey, I'm on my computer and I can't do X or Y, and I'm by my computer, oftentimes I'll just send them this sort of nicknamed link via email to get them into the same space with me. So if a kid's like, hey, I need help with this part of the project, or a teacher's saying, hey, I need help with this instructional tool, and again, I know they're right on their computer, I will send that to them and sort of just hang out in that meet while I'm doing other things, and when they pop in, we can work together. Another option you have is to actually schedule a meet. So if you go through Google Calendar, you can create and name an event and create a time for it, and you can add the video conferencing tool. It'll create a unique link for that particular event, and then you can invite people via Google Calendar to join you at that particular meet. And I really like this way. So when we were on remote instruction, and I'm a team leader for my team, that's how I would set up our team meeting. So I would schedule it, and I would send out that email, invite people to the event on the calendar. I'd also attach an agenda to that calendar as well. And then you actually can have it remind them like a day before and an hour before. So all that stuff is in one space. So that's maybe one of the best approaches, particularly when working with colleagues. Recently, Google Classroom integrated with Google Meet to add a genuine and unique Meet link for each one of the classes that you teach. So within the Settings tab, if you scroll down, you'll see Meet, and you can toggle if it's visible or invisible to your students. So if you want to meet with your students in a particular section or Google Classroom, you can toggle that link on and just encourage them or advise them to go to that link, and then you'll meet in that same space via Google Meet. In terms of security, meeting with your students, the best way to do it is to meet through Classroom because it's a little bit more secure. Only you or your co-teachers can create, show, hide, or reset that Meet link for your class or your students. The kids see it on the stream in the classroom page and the banner at the top. So it's probably, again, the safest, at least at the time of this recording. And we encourage you to use that particular option if you are working with students. You may already know who Eric Kurtz is. He's awesome. He knows a lot more than I do about these tools. So if you want to check out his piece on Google Meet and classroom integration, I encourage you to do so. His work is always really, really clear and very, very informative. At the time of this recording, there's also some updates on the horizon for Google Meet, including the ability to change the background, hand raising, meeting attendance, breakout rooms, polling, question and answer, moderator controls, and even more visibility of the number of people on the screen at the same time that you're sharing. So they are working on it, and we're hoping to see those things come out soon so we get a chance to play with them before the start of the upcoming school year. Some final thoughts. For those people that are maybe on a remote instruction basis exclusively, I would say to think through your synchronous instructions, to not overdo your Google Meets unless you're sort of required to by your admin to meet every single day, as that environment can be a little challenging for students, and it might also, as a teacher, curtail the options you have in terms of learning opportunities. At our school district, we focused on more daily office hours, so times for students to meet, to check in, to chit-chat, but also to get support on instructional activities that we provided for them when we were exclusively remote. It's also suggested that you delete room links and be the last one to leave to make sure that students aren't hanging around after the fact. Although, like this little note here on the left, you can also bookmark. So if you are working with a colleague, let's say continuously, you can create one link and just bookmark it and go back there and meet in your space every single time. And it saves a little bit of time in terms of having to create a Meet link at every opportunity. On my presentation, which you guys can find on itsmra.com, there are additional links. In fact, there are lots of links embedded within this presentation that I encourage you to check out. And again, head over to itsmra.com for a whole sorts of resources and tools that I've created, edtech tools, digital learning strategies, technology tips, and anything I can do to help you guys. So that's it. Today's presentation on Google Meet.